But I want to now quickly shift focus to the main issue, which is fuel price. Because in midst of all this politics, viewers, the collateral is the common man. 10th day today, and the skyrocketing prices of fuel have broken all possible records. No relief for Aam Aadmi from the fuel shock in sight. Fuel prices continue to skyrocket.
Unnecessary excise duties, we are just keep on raising the petrol rates. But it's definitely affecting the common man in all aspects, like in day-to-day life, day-to-day commutation, and also the small vendors. Basically, the affected person, if you see the lower middle class and the middle class.
Pretty inconvenient because the income has not risen this year. So most of us has lost their jobs. And with this petrol prices increasing and diesel prices increasing, it is also reflecting in increase in other commodities for the household.
India's financial capital, Mumbai, is bearing the brunt. Petrol price in the metropolis is nearing the 100 rupee a litre mark.
Now we are at a petrol pump in Andheri area. Now the current rate of petrol here you can see 96 rupees 27 paise. This is the petrol rate, while the diesel rate is 87 rupees 27 paise. So there is not much difference between petrol and diesel.
ये हूँ मैं, ये है मेरी कार और इसमें डीजल डाल के मेरी जेब खाली हो रही है।
बहुत इफेक्ट हो रहा है डेली रूटीन्स का भी। हम लोग तो डेली यूज करते हैं अभी, इसकी वजह से बहुत महीने का बजट भी बढ़ जाता है, उसके साथ एलपीजी की भी रेट बढ़ा रहे, बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है ये। जो महीने का बजट हम 500-600 में पूरा महीना निकाल देते थे, अभी पूरा 1000 के ऊपर है।
In Chennai, petrol prices are at never before seen 92 rupees per litre. The Congress has staged a protest in the state capital against the Modi government.
You made your friend Baba Ramdev to tell that 40 rupees will be the price of petrol when you come to power, and today 100 rupees is the price of petrol. What are you doing, Mr. Modi? When you told 300 rupees will be the price of gas, and today it is 1000 rupees. What are you doing, Mr. Modi? How many questions to raise against you? Where is the price rise? How are you going to answer these questions?
Fuel prices continue to rise in pole-bound Bengal. In Kolkata, petrol cost 91 rupees per litre and diesel 84 rupees a litre. In Shiliguri, the ruling Trinamool Congress workers undertook a massive bike rally against the Modi government. The opposition has been up in arms, blaming the centre.
आपकी कोई मजबूरी हो सकती है, अब जनता को विश्वास में लेकर आप बताइए। लेकिन इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में क्रूड ऑयल के दाम गिर गए हैं, नीचे आ रहे हैं, और फिर भी इस देश की जनता को आप लूट रहे हो। कहाँ जा रहा है पैसा? क्या पश्चिम बंगाल में जा रहा है या और कहाँ जा रहा है? तो ये बहुत ही गलत है।
बजट में जो कंसेशन दिया है उन्होंने आपके कॉरपोरेटों को और अमीर लोगों को, उसके अंदर घाटा हो रहा है आमदनी का सरकार को, उस घाटे को पूरा कर रही है इस तरीके से दाम बढ़ाकर लोगों पे आर्थिक हमला करते हुए। ये स्वीकार नहीं।
The skyrocketing fuel prices have given enough ammunition to the opposition to attack the government. Stuck in the middle of politics is the common man. Will he get any relief is the question. With Milan Sharma, Akshay Nath and Saurav Bhaktania, Bureau Report, India Today. All right, so quick questions we're going to be posing and getting into our express debate because we're running out of time. Rising crude prices is just an excuse for the government. Is that the question? And why can't the government cut out excise duty? Viewers, nearly 35% excise duty is on the fuel that you pay. The import dependent, the only reason. And the government stuck, what the government says, between a rock and a hard place. What to do? Let's quickly cut across to our guest this evening. I have with me Adil Singh Bopuroy, Congress spokesperson. Sanju Verma, BJP national spokesperson, continues to be with us. Shweta Punch, deputy editor, Business Today. I want to cut across to my colleague Shweta before we set the premise for the debate. Shweta, just break it down for us. What is it the government can do? What is it that the government is not doing? Excise, which is accrued to the government, VAT, which is accrued to the state. Which one is higher?
Preeti, so fuel prices comprise of 4 or 5 categories. 4 or 5 components make up the price that we pay for fuel. Freight charges, dealer commissions, central excise duty, and value-added tax. Now, the center controls the excise duty, which makes up for the excise duty and VAT makes up for about 60% of the fuel price that we pay. So the center can definitely move on that. And considering the prices are decontrolled, ideally, we should have had fuel price cuts last year when crude oil prices fell substantially. But on the contrary, we saw prices rise. And there are a whole host of factors that are driving this price rise. But I'll come to that later. But to answer your question, the excise duty cut is something that the central government can definitely undertake.
All right, something the government can definitely undertake. And Adil, that the opposition has rallied behind that and going after the government in terms of cutting the excise duty, where you even called it the Modi tax. Why?
Well, Preeti, the BJP has utterly failed. They've mismanaged and destroyed the Indian economy. Now let's go through facts. Fact number 1, in 2021, the base cost of petrol is rupees 30 per litre. The central excise duty, alias Modi tax, is rupees 33. Now compare this with 2014, when the central excise duty was 10 rupees, and today it stands at 33 rupees, which is a 258% hike. Point number 1. Point number 2, in May 2014, the international crude oil price was at $108 a barrel, yet the retail price of petrol was 71 rupees per litre. Today in 2021, the international crude oil price stands at $60 a barrel, but the retail price in India for the consumers is touching 100 rupees. Now, Preeti, it's a matter of fact that over the past 7 years, the government of India has amassed over 20 lakh crore rupees in Modi tax. This is a matter of fact. Point number 3. Point number 4, we've had 37 consecutive straight months of declining GDP. Unemployment is hovering over 10%. The MSME sector stands destroyed. There is significant decline in income across strata, across sections of society. Yet this government has not given any respite to the farmer. Okay. Today you have a situation where the assets and the wealth of the Adanis and the Ambanis is rising exponentially, but the common man is being squeezed.
Preeti, may I please?
The common man is being suppressed.
Okay, Adil, you've made your point. Now, Adil, you've made your point. You've given out the figures. You've made your point, Adil. Can I just go to... Okay.
For hum do and hamare do.
Okay.
He is a prime minister for the Adanis.
This is unfair.
Ma'am, I'll give you equal amount of time. I promise.
Please speak now.
I'll give you equal amount of time.
The government of India is working as a middleman for the Adanis and the Ambanis.
Okay, sir, made your point. Sanju Verma, the point
Preeti,
is...
this is unfair.
I'll give you equal.
Allow him a monologue.
I'll allow you one. Go ahead.
Okay, Preeti, please ask your question. Though I heard what Adil had to say.
Okay, my question, ma'am, is... you've had both points, leave alone the political point, but the question which was also raised by my colleague Shweta Punj, who's been looking at the numbers, is you can cut the excise. Why don't you cut it? Why don't you transfer the cost to the poor hapless consumer? Why must we pay 110 rupees a litre for petrol?
Okay. You know, Preeti, I normally don't like to flaunt this, but I think being a gold medalist in economics, I understand statistics better than a lot of other people. This is not hubris speaking, but I'll give you some facts. Shweta made a very interesting point that 60% of the fuel price per litre is made up of excise duties and state VAT and levies. Now, I will break that down for you. Just assume 100 rupees and I'll take just 30 seconds. Assuming price of petrol is 100 rupees per litre. I have today gone and checked at a petrol pump in Mumbai. Out of that 100 rupees, 32.97 is the base price. Central excise is 21.58 rupees.
This is a lie.
State VAT.
Please let her go. Sir, no. I'm going to come in. Can I just get Sanju Verma, Adil Singh before I don't come into this? You are allowed. No, this is unfair.
33 rupees. This is a lie.
Sir,
no, this is unfair.
Okay, I will come. Okay, sir, can I just let her make her point?
On the screen alone?
Yes, ma'am, you have it. Go ahead. Make your point.
Yes. Now please, Adil, have the audacity to make a point, but also patience to listen to what I'm saying. Out of 100 rupees per litre, 32.97 is the base price. Central excise is 21.58 rupees only. And listen to this very carefully, viewers. The state VAT and levies are 41.67 rupees, and dealer commission and marketing margins, etc., charged by retailers is just 3.78 rupees. I've taken 100 rupees as an example. So when you say state VAT is 41.67 rupees, it means 41.67% of this 100 rupees per litre petrol price goes to the kitty of states. Central excise is only 21.58 rupees. That is the reason why today Maharashtra has the highest VAT rate of 36%. Rajasthan at 38%, only recently they brought it down to 36%. Whereas BJP ruled states like Gujarat, Haryana, Assam have the lowest petrol rates. Why? Because the state VAT is lower. Now let me tell you one more important thing which Adil Boparai needs to know. India follows international oil prices, and we decontrolled petrol prices in October 2014. During the Manmohan Singh dispensation, only diesel was decontrolled. Petrol was not decontrolled. Brent crude prices have risen from $18, $18 a barrel in April 2020.
Please allow me to respond.
No, okay, I don't have the time. Okay,
that's a 261% jump. Now let me.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is okay, both of you have. Okay, I have timed this. Okay, both my panelists, I have timed this. Both of you had exactly the same time. I don't have the time. Madam, I don't have the time. I'm going to give the last word. I know. Okay, I want to give the word to somebody who's neutral. I want to get in Shweta Punj. Shweta, what the figures that Ms. Verma was giving have been contested by Adil. He is from the Congress. You tell us, are they correct, incorrect? And we're going to quickly go into a break.
Well, okay, central excise duty definitely has a higher weightage than state VAT. That's a fact. And while I'm not here to argue with Sanju or Adil, but the fact is that for petrol prices or diesel prices to come down, center and states will have to work together. Having said that, considering prices have been decontrolled, and this is a question that I have for the government, last year when we saw crude prices go down substantially, we did not see the price cuts being passed on to the consumers. On the contrary, we saw the government mount up and increase the excise duty substantially, which meant that the prices were increased further for the consumers. So I cannot believe that the central government cannot do anything about it.
Shweta, I'm going to cut you. I'm really running out of time. Okay. I appreciate all three of you for joining us. I apologize both to Sanju and Mr. Boparai. They wanted to make a point. I apologize. I really don't have the time. We gave the last word to a neutral party who's been looking at the figures. Thank you all for joining us. I'm going to go into a quick break. I'm going to leave you with this image. 2 hours after midnight tonight, NASA will be crossing another frontier. Hi everyone, Preeti Choudhry here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.